Good morning, people. Already shot one video, kind of a personal thing. Kind of fun. All right, Triple H. Triple H. Okay, let me make sure, because on this number stuff, sometimes I mess up. You got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That's 8 letters. So Triple H is HHH, which is 888. According to the Intuitive Journal, and I'm going to read here, the spiritual meaning of 888. When you see 888, the number there is flow in your life. A beautiful energy is circulating around you. This is a sign of abundance, either in the form of money or in the form of friends and family. Duality, infinity, as above, so below. And even exchange of energy for money. Money is coming into your life. Balance, a repeating cycle, abundance. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Real fair. I think that suits Mr. Hunter Hurst Hemsley as he came up. And that was, shoot, maybe 20 years ago. I don't even remember. I didn't check. I don't check. I just start shooting. I just shoot them. Like that guy says in that show, that alligator hunter show, he goes, shoot them. That's what I do. I shoot them. I just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. So I get them all. So I get 500 of them. Now, Triple H came up. I think he was in the WCW. I don't know anything about that. I don't remember anything, but I think that's correct. And when he got to the WWF at the time, he was about 240 pounds. He had good size, good body, 6'4", big guy. But he was not overly muscular. He's 240, big guy, big enough. He could still be wrestling at that weight. He's a big guy, big man, strong guy. And he started as a heel, the kind of English gentleman jerk. And he had a finishing maneuver where he just kind of catches him and he drops him. I don't know what they call it. I don't think it's a very good maneuver. I don't think it's all that believable. I don't think it's a good finishing move. On the believability scale, it's not that believable. Not like the DDT. But anyway, he doesn't need a great finishing maneuver. He has tremendous mic skills, and I don't know what kind of guy he really is. I've heard nothing but good things about him from everybody. Every interview I ever listened to, they just said he was a class act, that he was great. I don't remember too much negative on him. He married the boss's daughter. He was that smart. He married a billionaire's daughter. And he's in charge of that company, the WWE. Well, he will be one day after Vince leaves. So, Mr. Triple H, you got some big shoes to fill there with Mr. McMahon. Big shoes. He's brilliant dude. You know that. As a wrestler, I think he's won titles. He's won the Intercontinental. He did that thing with, with the DX thing, with the Heartbreak Kid. According to the WWE, the Heartbreak Kid is the #1 wrestler of all time, which I really don't have a problem with. I mean, that guy just worked his ass off. Singles wrestler, everything. I got no problem with anybody. I got no problem with Triple H being the greatest ever. I don't agree, but the guy worked his ass off. He worked hard. They all do. None of them got it easy. I love these people who come in here and say, "Oh, he's a quitter. He choked." Any context, not just in wrestling, in sports, anything in sports. He choked. Like you have the right to say that the New England Patriots choked. When they did everything right, when Manning threw a ball up in the air, and this guy jumps up 19 feet in the air and catches it over this guy's head, and right before that, he threw an interception that the guy dropped. That wasn't Brady's fault. Last year, I don't think it was Brady's fault either. He just did the best he could. And then they say, well, they choked. I don't know. I don't know what Mr. Triple H or what any of them have to go through. It's a difficult life. It's a grind. Triple H, as I said, as I started, he looks to be about 275, 280 now. He's put on about 40 pounds. And it's, it looks all muscle. And frankly, he looks like he's using steroids to me. But I don't think that it's all steroids because you never see him small. I don't ever see it happen. I knew a guy here that would fluctuate a lot because of his cycles. It's possible that he could pack on that much mass. If he was doing deadlifts, squats, rows, heavy stuff like, he'd have to be doing 350, 400 pound rows to get that big. You'd have to be doing 500 or 600 pound deadlifts for reps, and then still be wrestling. So maybe he did, because Mr. Triple H, whatever his real name is, he was willing to pay the price. He was willing to be a bad guy. I don't think he really came up in the cut your head area. I don't think he had to cut his head. But, he paid the price in that company, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, as his mic skills, the guy is great. I mean, he can imitate other wrestlers. He did this thing where he did The Rock, that DX thing. He was just doing all kinds of funny stuff. He's very acerbic. He's very mean. When he wants to be a good guy, when he wants to play a face, he can be very respectful, very decent. And he seems like a decent guy. I don't think he's nowhere near done at all. I don't think he's done as a wrestler. What is he, born in 1967? He's like 44, 45. So, yeah. The biggest thing that I like about his campaign and what he's done is that a lot of his stuff looks very similar to Mr. Harley Race. He does this leg thing that looks like Mr. Race, and some of the suplexes he does. I think I don't doubt that Ric Flair taught it to him, the Nature Boy. They call him the Nate. I don't know where he learned them, but he does a match similar to Harley, the same kind of thing. He sells the match a lot like Harley does, or did. And nobody could sell a match like Harley. I mean, he just had this pace. He had this personality, and he was great. He was something else, arguably the best. I don't know how much booking Triple H is doing, but I certainly think that's going to be where he's going next. I think he's probably already booking. I'm sure he's learning from the best booker ever, Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's also the greatest heel ever. I don't have any problem telling you that. I mean, it's just incredible. So, Triple H, you work very hard. You were willing to pay the price. And in my opinion, if you take steroids, that means you're willing to take the price. That's part of it. I don't disrespect people for taking steroids. I think it's part of the game, and you got to do it. And I think you're an excellent tactician. You're an excellent wrestler. You're in the line. You're in the NWA line. I don't know who you beat for your title. I don't know what you've done. I haven't watched wrestling much. This is just my impressions of him. But you have all the respect in the world for me, whatever that's worth. Not very much, but I broke my neck wrestling. I broke my neck. I know what pain's about. So I don't have the talent you guys do, and don't need it. I could be at the mic, no question about it. All right, folks. That's all I got to say. Take care.